Need to get some heat turned on. It's still cold. It's still winter time out here. There it goes. Woo! Boy, I smell something burning. There we go. Get them fans running. Man, that thing's heavy. I just can't. Every time I open the garage door, got all them leaves in here. God, I don't even remember how to get it off this stand. We have a little oil leak. Oh boy. I don't remember how to even do this. Just pull that out. Oh. Lower it. There we go. Easy peasy. Well, I probably shouldn't have wore shorts out here, and I should have wore a hat as I'm becoming follically challenged in my older age. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take off the front fairing. I've got the double bubble windscreen, and I'm going to be replacing the levers, brake cups, change out all the fluid, and actually it's a little easier if you remove the windscreen. You don't have to. I've got some pretty good videos in my old playlist for working on a Mille that you can watch those, but I'm going to go ahead and remove all the side panels as well, because we're going to, well, I'm going to change out the radiators, the antifreeze, going to change the thermostat, going to change the hoses, going to change the oil, going to change the brake cups, going to change the levers. I've got all kinds of maintenance I want to do to this before I get it back on the road. So it's just easier to kind of disassemble it and then reassemble it. I had to clean up the garage so I can part everything out on my shelves in here. And yeah, we'll just go from there. I don't know if anybody will really use this information, but it might be informational for the next person that might come across one of these bikes. There's not very much information on these Falcos. So yeah, I hope this series will really help anybody. And I'll have the lever kits available as soon as possible. And then when I get back into storage, I'll part together my oversized radiator kits, my silicone hoses, and show you all that stuff. And then if somebody's interested in those as well, you know, it'll be a complete kit ready to go. There might be some minor modification because I never fitted them, but yep, let's get into this. Lock the front brake there. And we'll just, push this down. There we go. I have never taken this bike apart, so this ought to go pretty quick. Usually on the other models they had the quick connectors. These are all Allen heads. It looks like they're, not sure what size this is. It doesn't say on my. We'll come over to this side and remove this. There should be 2 more fasteners on the front in between the wheels. And we just got one bolt on this side. And this bike's leaking oil. I can see it. It's running down the oil cooler, so we're gonna have to figure out. I don't like my bike leaking oil. I don't care if it's just a little bit. You can't really see it. It's coming down. That's the oil cooler mount right there. It's got oil on it. Take this, set this aside. We don't want to lose that. Oh, it's one piece. I thought this was two pieces. It's one whole piece. Well, we'll go ahead and get these off first. They didn't even paint these. These are all just plastic. I don't know if that gray's painted. I think it's just gray plastic on that bottom piece up in the front. And then this isn't painted either. This is just molded plastic. Nope, we're going to leave that turn signal on. Ooh, I'm already sweating. We'll just disconnect that. There we go. There's our fairing with our turn signal. Then we'll go ahead and remove just these 3 Allen screws, one up top here. I've been really struggling with my weight. I've been trying to exercise almost every day. I'm starting to feel a little better. People just have no idea. Yeah, that's just rubber there. Huh, that's kind of, well, it's cheap. It was a cheaper bike. Just 3 screws on this one. There should be 2 up top. Oh, I might have to get some smaller Allen heads. Now there's a nut. Nope, the nut's welded. And go to the other side after we get this one out. Boy, I bet this stuff's never been removed. And if it has been removed, it's been years. There we go. And then we'll get this one removed. Oh, God. And this will drop the plastic piece. I don't know if we'll end up putting this back on, to be honest with you. I mean, it's there to keep dirt and dust and stuff off of the front of the engine. Hell, this bike's only got like 10,000 miles on it. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to want to remove the front mirrors. There's just 2 here for the mirrors. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm sweating in here already. You know what? I don't know if that double bubble that I had in the storage is for the this bike. Now that I'm looking at this, I don't know if it is. Okay, that's loose. Come to this side and get this pair undone. This actually, I thought that the mirrors come off there, but it looks like it's one whole piece, and then these Allen heads tighten it to the fairing mount. There we go. One size smaller. I think that was a 4, so I think these are 3s. This is going to disconnect, I think, from the air dam. Then we have 2 here. That one's larger. Go ahead and take this smaller one off here. When I'm taking this apart, I'm sorting these screws, so I kind of know what goes where for when I got to put this thing back together. There's 2. And we'll get this 3rd one. In the headlight, I don't think the headlight's going to come off with it. I think the headlight stays on its own bracket. We'll go ahead and remove this. Oh, you know what? There's another one on the underside here that's going to connect it to the air dam. I missed it on the other side. It's right here. I'll have to go to the other side, and you know, you're gonna miss stuff. Working on this stuff yourself, everybody tries to be a professional on YouTube. As long as you got a little bit of skill, you can do all this stuff. If I can do it, you can do it. Then we'll remove our 2 here, and I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna remove it. Oops, don't want to lose that. Unless there's some hidden ones under the light here that I'm not aware of, and there could be. There we go. We'll go ahead and get this one out of there. Been starting to hear a lot of motorcycles. I mean, hell, we're coming into the beginning of April. And hell, we had 70-mile-an-hour winds and hail the other night. It's just, the weather here in Illinois is just crazy. The headlight's coming off with this. Try to be careful with this. Okay, so I need to disconnect the headlights here. Oh crap, boy, I wasn't expecting that. Get you a better angle. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Right here where my hand is, I think you could see it. Looks like it pigtails. You've got 2 connections here. You don't want them super tight. There's one. Come on, there's 2. So we're going to take this whole piece off and set this aside, and I highly suggest, if you have one of these bikes, try not to scratch it, try not to drop it, try not to damage it, keep it all together. These bikes are getting really hard to find parts for. So you want to just keep it all intact, and I'm going to go put this over basically in the other side of the garage. So I got another workbench I got set up. We'll lock that in. I'll put that fairing up there. And I need to check to see if that windscreen's going to work. It looks like it is. Oh, thank God. So this is the... Yep, it'll work. Oh, I thought I bought that for that. As you can see, it's got a higher rise to it. And it's Italian Puig. I don't even remember. I might have got this online. This has been so long ago. But I know that they don't make these anymore, and they're like really hard to get. But it it's just going to give it an extra raise for basically, and it's going to give it an extra raise here to flow onto your chest a little bit easier. These things are like incredibly hard to find. If you find one and you have a Falco, buy it. This stuff, I mean, it's getting to the point of, you know, what somebody asks for is what you're going to pay. If you could try to negotiate, you know, but a lot of times with a lot of this Italian stuff, people with Ducatis and Aprilias and some of this old collectible stuff, dude, you just got to pay up. If you can't afford it, then just save and ask the person if you can, you know, save a little bit, and will they hold it, to give them a deposit or something. But people really need to start paying what stuff's worth. I sell stuff on Facebook all the time, and the people that try to lowball you, I just block them, because they're not worth my time. I've already got a price to sell, and then you're trying to come in and lowball. It just makes me so upset. Okay, that's pretty much it. So hopefully this video helped you. Looks like a total different bike, and boy, is it dusty. Now, if you're ever doing this to your bike, it's a really good time to clean it. If you clean this, I mean, it's, you know, road grime and everything else. Just get it clean after you take it apart. And then I'm going to slide my ConStands stand back on here. That way I'm still able to move the bike in the garage for if I have something happen throughout the week. And that ConStands stand, dude, it's worth $1 million if you got to move your bike. I mean, it's not a big deal to take it off of your spool stand or your front stand or whatever. But this ConStands stand, dude, I've owned another one before I bought this, but this thing's great. If I can find a link below, I'll put it below. It's definitely worth the investment. So yeah, put the stand on, and then I'm out of here. Just make sure you got that front brake locked and a good hand on the back of the bike. Get it in there. Haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. Lock it in place. God, swear to God. All right, check you on another episode.